And let me just tell you, my kids are a minority group. I am Hispanic. Never once have they come home and said that they felt victimized or discriminated against because of their race or ethnicity. I've done a lot of research into this transformational equity work document, as well as Mr. Kendi's theory, radical theory, unproven, without a lot of supporting facts. And I'm deeply concerned for my kids who are in this district.
I have had over a dozen teachers reach out to me, frustrated and upset over what is being thrown their way with this transformational equity work, thanking me for speaking up for them because they can't do it themselves for fear of retaliation and possible discrimination.
Further on, the document references reducing disciplinary action by race, reviewing library books, and hiring based on race, ethnicity, gender identity, faith, sexual orientation, socioeconomic class, and age. You know what? We have fought and battled for equal rights in this country. This doesn't sound like equal rights. This sounds like we're gonna go higher based on meeting a quota. And you know what? In the 80s, we played that game.
How do you increase the diversity of applicants by race? That is illegal. The diversity of hiring should be based on applicants' ability to excel at their job, regardless of their skin color. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they good for the job? Are they bad for the job? And to sit here and make a goal about increasing it by race is illegal. And if that goal is absurd, and if HR does not understand it, they should be replaced immediately.
These teachers are already stressed out, overwhelmed, underappreciated, and now the district, with implementation of this TEW, will pit parents against teacher and students against students.
And let me just tell you, my kids are a minority group. I am Hispanic. Never once have they come home and said that they felt victimized or discriminated against because of their race or ethnicity. Do you want to know why? Because my children are taught at home the value of people, that you treat people the way that their character and integrity defines them in your view. That is not a place for the district or the board to impose a leftist, and yes, I'm going to make it political because that's exactly what this document is, a leftist rhetoric that has no place in our schools. So I know that we can make public requests for information. I want to know how many complaints the district has received from parents of minority children about this topic that makes it so heavy in the forefront above their academic skills like math, reading, all of those things.
So I drafted the equity statement and I chose to use the definition of anti-racism by Kendi. I don't pretend to know everything or have all the solutions, but I can look to others and not reinvent the wheel. I chose to propose this definition of anti-racist because it struck a chord with me personally and spoke to taking action instead of just sitting by and remaining complicit with the gap in discipline and achievement in our district.
Well, you don't need to convince me because everybody in this room knows exactly, and you're just revealing that it's all about your personal feelings, which I don't think anybody out here tax-paying parents are at all interested in, and they're kind of appalled that our school is going in that direction instead of teaching their kids math, reading, true history, character, how to be good citizens, how to be productive to society so they can have happy lives instead of going around whining, complaining. The governing board is responsible to the people of the district, not their own personal experiences, and therefore should be aware and therefore should be aware of the opinions and attitudes of the community instead of shutting up somebody that expresses them in a board meeting when it's on the agenda, and as representatives of the people who own and support the schools and accept the responsibility to identify community attitudes instead of scorning somebody at a meeting.
You're not going to tell me that your efforts are better focused on something like Kendi's theory than on my child's academic success. That is not what you're here for. That is not what the educators are here for. And they should not be burdened with shouldering that when the public hasn't had an opportunity to be a part of that process. That is not what you were elected to do. And just as the gentleman said that in June, we have an opportunity to recall members of the board, I'd like to ask those of you who stand with me to support my efforts in recalling the members of the board who are proposing this product, as they call it.